the couch is a small win. Thank you.
Hey,
If you
some
don't know
days
what I'm
that's a
saying, I don't know
huge
why you're here.
win.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oops, I don't know what just happened here. Okay, it's a huge win for someone. Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay, so here's another thing. We got a rising star, a rising person over here. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. This is a person who's not being rude necessarily, but is being disruptive. And so this is a person I will mute. So if they show up on your side, you can still hear me. If you don't know what I'm saying, I don't know why you're here. That's all.
I have a really nice person over here telling people to share my live. That's very
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. That's wonderful. I love it when people come. That's for Rose. Is that who that is
I
over
can't make
there?
out their name, but they have
A
some
whole
really
bunch of
cool. Yeah.
dancing people.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's for Rose. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hola. Um, oops. Present. Yeah, here. Sorry, I'm just doing a little
I
clip.
think it is awesome that
He's
folks actually stay and listen to these lives.
it's interesting that you say that because gracia. Thank you for Rose. He's very supportive and I love that. Months and months ago when I first started this broadcast, I remember doing the interviews, and I remember John saying one day, he said, you know, he would be admin in the chat thread. And I remember him saying to me one day, it's crazy. Like I look at who's in the room or who's in the live in the audience, and 90 minutes later, they're still there. He says, I don't know how you do it. I'm like, I don't know either. I'm
I
just on
do.
here,
I mean, I can
blah,
tell you.
blah, blah.
Because you're real. You're real. You're a real person.
Well, and that is why I do this, because
You're relatable. You're very
there's,
relatable. You give you give important information, but you're also relatable. Those are two huge things that keeps an audience, I think.
thank you. I'm not going to ever try to tell somebody what to do. I'm only going to discuss from my own personal experience in education, what I know. But then I also have the energy reading thing going on. So sometimes things are said because I'm picking up on energy and certain words just pop out my mouth because there's maybe two or three people sitting here listening that need to hear those things. And then my chat starts to go.
Well, you're
And
witnessing
I love that.
what y'all probably don't know is y'all are witnessing history being made, because I have turned down every public, even professional video appearance or even
Wow.
any appearance period publicly in my professional life and in my personal life. So today is the first time anybody's ever heard me talk, like really talk
Wow.
about anything.
Wow. That's amazing. So thank you. Like, I just want to cry right now, actually. Because this is why I started doing this. This was a vision that I had a really long time ago, and I had so many ideas up in my brain, and there's so much out here on the internet as far as social platforms and streaming platforms, and I'm not technologically savvy enough in this area that I didn't know where to start. So for, years I'm trying to physically go out and do these things and do these talks and give. Thank you, Shelley. Oh, I love you.
Well, you also know that you just can't, when you you can't just go live with everybody. You have to job with them.
No.
You have to be able to trust them, right? So yeah, there's a level of trust that I have with you, and plus we have similar goals and all things. But yeah, I've
Yes.
always said no. But yeah,
Thank
I'm
you,
doing better
Shelley.
at this.
It's the
Healing.
on. You're great. I mean, you're great. Like, this is great. I love that you have not just I don't love that you have the personal life experience. That's not what I mean. But I love that you have that insight and that experience so that you can, and that you're willing to take that with the education and the work that you've done in the past and apply it to this right here, even, you know?
Yeah, but I don't
Because,
have to know everything, and I don't have to be right. I just want people to find
no,
what works for them and use it to
yes.
heal. Yeah.
And that is important, I think, with this, is being open to allowing other people to be who they are and not judging them and not persecuting them or humiliating them or whatever for being a certain way. Now, that doesn't count when that doesn't count when people come in here and they're rude, okay? Because, like, you're rude. I'm going to say you're rude and I'm going to kick you out. I
Right.
might not say you're rude. I'm just,
Yeah. So I think, as much as I've helped other people, at the same, they've helped me. They've taught me. So
yes.
even when I'm helping others, they're also teaching me, and I use that to help someone else. Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's something actually that I've said on here before, is like, I need to do a certain amount of things to help myself on a daily basis, and doing this helps me, and it has actually helped my brain to be less sensitive to stimuli, because of all the moving stuff and the moving chat and everything. So in the beginning, when I started, there were days where I'd come on here for 5 minutes and I'd have to leave because I couldn't, I was overloaded. Excuse me. Now I can manage a whole 2 hours or more. Like, I think the longest interview I did was with Wildebeest, and it was 3 hours long. I haven't posted it
Amazing.
on my YouTube channel. He's
It's so
awesome. I
much
love him.
fun.
He is,
I
yes.
don't know how you do the like I got to get me somebody to help me with my stuff over here, because luckily the people on this side has been very not, they've not, except that one person, but like if I had someone over here not being very nice, I'm not as good with this as you are to keep up with the chat and all things. Does that make sense?
In the beginning, it took me a while to figure out how to set my phone and everything so that I could see properly. So in the beginning, I used to just say, listen, if you're going to put stuff in the chat, just know I'm not ignoring you, but I cannot see. I can't read I can't, and that's true. Like, I couldn't keep up, and I couldn't see sometimes either. So, I'm not ignoring you. Feel free to chat amongst each other, or go over and ask the person I'm sitting next to if, so whatever it is you want to ask me, so they can say it out loud, because I can't necessarily hear, right?
Well, luckily, who's ever over here has been very nice, except the one
Yeah.
person, of course. So yeah.
A lot of people tend to go back and forth because they want to offer support
But
to
Angela
the,
is my mentor, and she's teaching me these things. So if you
uh,
feel like I've ignored you or whatnot, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go.
she's
Y'all are
she
teaching
went
me something.
she went you did your first live broadcast yesterday as your broadcast interview to become a broadcaster.
Pretty much. I did go in here one day and sing for like 10 minutes, but I don't think that counts. I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, like you went live on here.
Yeah, I mean, like a long time ago, but it was like 10
Oh,
minutes, and
okay.
I was just seeing what I was hitting. You never hit buttons and see what stuff does. That's what I was doing.
Good. That's the way I learned. Like I tell everyone that. Press all the buttons. It's okay.
Well, I'm telling y'all, I'm not really technologically have issues, right? Usually I get around pretty good. This app is a
Me too.
challenge for me.
It's me too. Yeah, same. Like I can use I mean, when I was working, now that's been a long time and things have changed a lot since because it's been 10 years. That's a long time. But I had like four different computers, a bunch of tablets, and a whole bunch of technology and electronics I had to keep track of, plus 50 employees, in a 30,000 square foot building. And then I had my own business on top of that. So it was like, I knew I had to know how to. I had three cell phones at one point. Like
I had to carry two for
I
my
was,
job, and I thought I was doing something. Sheesh.
yeah, I was busy. I was busy, busy, and the four kids like busy. I was busy. Um, so something I think is important to also mention is that there's an overlap here with the seasonal depression, and it can lower your baseline resilience, which makes if you have something like bipolar or C-Ptsd, it can make your triggers hit you harder, right?
Exactly.
And one of the episodes we did do also was how you can support your family member or loved one that's living with C-Ptsd or PSD. And that was a while back now, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe. So for trauma survivors, winter brings a whole different kind of weight. It's not just mood changes, it's relational and your body memories too, because your body does have memories, not just your mind. I don't know if you've ever heard the term muscle memory, right?
Yeah, well, so like cognitive, I have done the cognitive. I can't never pronounce that. Say it, Angela. Um,
Cognitive.
I did that work, right? But I know
Yeah.
I've got a lot of somatic work to go. But hey, at least I've stopped the, feeling like, my life is going to end every time I get triggered, but the somatic stuff has got to come eventually. But
I think it's a lifelong
that's what I was getting ready
work,
to
really,
say.
because yeah, and is it work though, or is it just basic self-care that we just never learned how to do?
Or was we really allowed? For me, I was too busy being scapegoated and taking care of everybody else. Nobody really taught me how to take care of myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm learning things at
I
45 I should have learned at, like, way young.
came across this post that I had made probably close to 10 years ago now, and it said something like, I never thought the hardest thing that I would have to learn in my life is how to look after myself.
I believe it. I just wrote something about the hardest thing I learned was to be kind to myself. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
relates to it.
Hi, Stevie. It's hard to, when you're living with a complex condition, and then you also have the seasonal stuff on top of that. Like you drop your energy drops. It makes you feel unsafe in your own body because your nervous system goes haywire.
And to my knowledge, you can have CPTSD and have seasonal affective disorder. A lot of these things go hand in
Absolutely.
hand. I'm not sure if we
Absolutely.
talked about that or not, but you can have both. A
The
lot of these
overlap.
things, there's a lot of overlap, and that's how people get misdiagnosed.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Um,
And this isn't about being negative, right? It's about
no,
being real about what your nervous system is holding and what you need.